Shout out to all my guys and goddesses checking out this video. I am C, the spiritual goddess, here for another video. Yes, guys and goddesses, welcome to the lounge. Yes, this is where we have real conversations. We talk about real things. This is a new segment on my channel, a continuation to some things I have. So today we are going to be talking about unpopular opinions, spiritual edition. Before we get into this, go ahead and pull up a seat. Leave me some chair emojis if you're here checking out this video. This is going to be one of those, so you probably want to kick back and get your seat. And also a big shout out to Troy's TV. I actually got this unpopular opinion idea from him. This is not nothing new. This is just me putting my spin on it. Okay, so I want to do one spiritual edition because I've been peeping some things and I got like 7 points, so I'm not gonna make you wait. Let's jump into it. So a few disclaimers. These are just my unpopular opinions. My opinion is just that, my opinion.
That's my opinion!
You do not have to agree with my opinion. You're welcome to leave your views down in the comments. Just please don't be disrespectful. And also, this is not meant to knock or bash anyone, okay guys? So all right, so we're gonna get into 7 unpopular opinions in no particular order. Let's start off with the first one. The first one is, you do not need a spiritual mentor yet. You do not need a spiritual mentor yet, guys. I see so many people run into spirituality, leaving religion with that same religion mindset, and it's normal, right? I definitely understand. I definitely get it. But a lot of us go and run out and we make the mistake of going directly to finding a mentor versus just letting it happen naturally. The reason why I put this on the list is because, you know, I see so many people get scammed this way, like with the spiritual mentor game, because with a lot of, I don't want to say a lot, but what a lot of those spiritualists don't tell you is, you're supposed to treat spirituality like dating. You're supposed to, spirituality is, there's no set way to be spiritual. You started your spiritual journey when you were born, right? So you have all the tools you need in this world to get conscious on it, guys. A lot of times when we are in religion, or when we're coming from a religious background, what happens is, you know, it has us dependent on someone. You know, whether you are Christian, you may depend on the preacher, or if you're Islam, you may have a, you know, Islamic teacher, or, you know, Hindu, whatever it is. For the most part, religion teaches you to be dependent on someone. Someone has to tell you. Versus spirituality, you have everything you need. You have your spirit guides, you have your ancestors. You get what I'm saying? A lot of you are looking for spiritual mentors and you haven't even gotten your intuition intact. Like, so your spirit guides can help you pick someone. So my biggest advice would be to anyone, when you're starting off with spirituality, think of it like dating. You get what I'm saying? You want to be careful when choosing a mentor, and this, you want to really make sure that they are able to give you everything you need, but you want to rely on your discernment ahead of time. That's why it's important for you to form a connection with your ancestors. That is why it's important for you to connect with your spirit guides and give your divinations, because this right here is your first line of defense from scammers, from spiritual warfare. So it's important for you to make sure you have yourself, or like in some African traditions, they say you have your Ori, you know, correct. Like you have to make sure your Ori is and I hope I'm pronouncing it right, is correct. So that is my first unpopular opinion. Okay, so the second number, and this is another way I see y'all get scammed all the time. My number 2 popular opinion is spirituality has no look. I see so many people get scammed because, especially in Western culture, I notice, because I'm not saying it doesn't happen anywhere else, but over here we are so focused on looks, the look of things, how things look, how you present yourself to the world, because how does it look? How does it look to others? And to the point that we equate certain things as synonymous with good or bad. Like, I give you an example, right? Like, a lot of people think being rich or a wealthy man is, walking around with suits and, you know what I'm saying, the cigar, you know how many times movies depicted that, and we have this view. And it's the same thing with spirituality. A lot of y'all get so caught up in the looks of things, like y'all can't receive messages from certain people because, you don't take it. Let me tell you something, okay? Spirituality, especially we're in 2022, the look is vastly different. You can find somebody right now with blonde, straight hair, stripper heels, more spiritual than the Holy Messiah sister. I'm not knocking it. Whatever you are is what you are. But like the one with the crystals and the head wraps and the beads that's taking your money and scamming you. I see so many people get caught up in the look of things and not actually the work. You get what I'm saying? And you better, I'm telling y'all better get out of that, because that's one major reason why you guys get scammed. One reason why, you can't receive messages from some people. Let me tell you this. My mom used to always say, like, I could take a message from a bum on the street if God sends it through them. And, I get it, because, when you're more so aligned with yourself, when you're more so in tune with yourself, you don't look at people as just people. You look at them as energy. And I learned that, like, you see them for who they are, but you look beyond the aesthetic of things, if you get what I'm saying. And I learned that, a lot of people in spirituality now, they know, a lot of scammers, a lot of con artists, they know that people pay attention to the aesthetic, and they're very smart. They pay attention to people cues. You get what I'm saying? So that's why it's important for you to really get out of the whole aesthetic things and start reading people's energy. Do you get what I'm saying? Reading people and viewing them for their energy. And that is something that takes time. You get what I'm saying? That comes with time, because we are programmed to pay attention to the aesthetic. I mean, look at social media. Look at everything. Like, everything is based on the aesthetic, if you get what I'm saying. So I hope that made sense when my unpopular opinion. But yeah, spirituality has no look, guys. Okay? Like, don't get caught up in the look. All right. Number 3. And if you guys want me to do like deeper videos, deeper hot topics in each bulletin, I have no problem doing it. Let me know. Say, C, I want you to talk about this more. We can get into the tea, okay? And I think I will about this third one. So this third one is, they lied to you about twin flames.
Ooh, but why y'all got to lie? I just hit an Ariana Grande note, bitch.
Child, they lied to you all about twin flames. Some of y'all are so caught up into finding y'all twin flames that y'all missing out on good lifetime soulmates just coming on through, just passing through. Like, the whole thing with twin flame and twin flame energy, yes, it's real, but a few things. One, is not always romantic. I think that and I blame, when I say we as a collective and as tarot readers and as spiritual advisors on social media, I blame us.
He lied, never.
As a collective, because I think sometimes we get so caught up into buzzwords. I'm not saying this is me personal, but I'm saying like the collective people, collective tarot, we get so caught up in buzzwords and the algorithm of things, child, that we give out this information and we don't really, you get what I'm saying, expound upon it and what it is. And sometimes people don't really know. But when it comes to twin flames, guys, Twin flame, all twin flame means is two souls that's connected. Flame, aka a soul that mirrors each other. You get what I'm saying? You can have a twin flame sister, you can have a twin flame aunt. It's not always in a relationship. A lot of times your twin flame is not even here sometimes. Do you get what I'm saying? Because the soul is so complex. A twin flame doesn't always mean a divine mate. That doesn't always mean the person you're supposed to be with. And we will talk more about this when we talk about soul contracts and spiritual soul connections. But when it comes to twin flame energy, it's more complex than what is shown, and it's not always romantic. A lot of times it's not a romantic connection. Sometimes your twin flames is with that friend you fell out with because y'all was supposed to teach each other a lesson. You get what I'm saying? So we will talk more about this. I'm not going to spend too much time because I have a dedicated video coming to that. Let me know if you guys like that. If we can get to 20 likes, I will go ahead and put that out for you guys and work on that. So that lets me know that you guys do like that. So let me know what you guys think. Okay. So here's the fourth unpopular opinion. Okay. And I know that some people aren't going to like what I say. But keep in mind, this is just my opinion.
That's my opinion!
The fourth one is, you do not need to join a tradition, a cult, a denomination. You do not need to join a tradition. And I do want to preface this by saying this is especially to my indigenous people, like especially a lot of my U.S. African Americans and, Hispanics, my just in general. I see a lot of us, what we do is as soon as we break into spirituality, we go run into African tradition. And that's beautiful if that's your path. I actually respect that tradition. I have no views on whether a tradition is right or wrong. I'm more so of I'm a true spiritualist, meaning I think all of this is connected, honestly, including religion. But I do feel like, going back to number one, you should treat spirituality like dating. Some of you guys run into a tradition and it's not even your path. And then what happens is you get into tradition. And this cannot just be with African spirituality. This can be Wiccan. This can be anything. You get into it, and then when you don't feel fulfilled or you don't feel like you're getting what you need, you run back to religion, or your cup is not full. And the reason why I say this is because, I understand wanting to belong, especially coming from religion. And in my community, I am African American. If you don't know, I'm black, child. I'm black, okay. But being a U.S. black woman, or just a black person in general, you sometimes could feel like you don't belong anywhere, so you want to find belonging. And I definitely understand that, but it's important for you to build a foundation with your spirit guides, with your ancestors first. Like, if somebody asks me, how do I start my spiritual journey? I would tell them, start communicating with your ancestors. Start communicating with your spirit guides. That's the first key, because sometimes that tradition is not for you. And I'm not saying that you can just jump in and not excel, because for some people that is their path, there is their calling. But for for a lot of us, you haven't even begun to discover yourself or what path you're supposed to go on yet, and you're just jumping in. And that's how I see a lot of people get scammed with these programs and different things like this. Let me tell you something. Anyone who's telling you that this is the only way to be spiritual, this is the only way to do something, in my opinion, you should put that up as a red flag. Because one thing about spirituality, there's no right way to be spiritual. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. You are already spiritual. The day you were born, you were on your spiritual journey. It's just that you're more self-aware now. You may be more self-aware or cognizant. You have all the tools. I have to keep repeating that to you. I don't know. I feel like somebody needs to hear that.
Message.
Okay, so that is my fourth unpopular opinion. Let's move on to number 5. Crystals are real, but not for everyone, okay? And I want to stress this because I see people, some people saying like crystals don't work. Crystals, it's no different than carrying around a 4-leaf clover. I mean, in a way, because everything has a power of intention. So, yeah, in a way, yeah, that's true. Like, good luck charm. But you can look at it at that way. But when you go deeper into vibrations and how everything on this earth is just matter. That's all it is, right? And every being, everything has its own frequency, and certain crystals does have its own frequency. You get what I'm saying? Crystals do have energy that they're stored. They're from the earth. The earth itself is a living, well, if they're real, they're from the earth. The earth itself is a living being. The earth itself is living. You get what I'm saying? So you have to understand, if your energy doesn't mesh with a crystal, it won't work for you. And that does happen. You get what I'm saying? And it could be that maybe, you have to understand that you have to be on the same frequency as that. Like, I communicate with my crystals. I know that may sound weird to some people, but if you're in spirituality, you understand. I communicate with my crystals. Like, when I go and pick up crystals, I vibe with it and see if it works for me. Do you get what I'm saying? So, and it does take time. It takes you time. You have to really enmesh yourself with that frequency. And for some people, if your energy, child, is just blocked or not even that, if that crystal is just not right for you, maybe that crystal could just not work with you, and that's fine. Just be patient with yourself. Be patient when finding a crystal, and don't give up is what I'm saying, because I see little comments like that all the time. And I won't lie, some people, crystals is just not their thing. Crystals is not just their thing. Some people, they have other things like they're into. Doesn't make you less spiritual. You have other things that you connect with. That's okay, guys. So moving on to number 6. So we are one shy away from the last one. So number 6, no one can tell you your spiritual gifts. Okay? I mean, they can, but let me explain. I see this question all the time. What's my spiritual gifts? What's my spiritual gifts? I see people on other people's channel. What's my spiritual gifts? What's my spiritual gifts? What's my spiritual gifts? Okay, so when you think about gifts, let's go into gifts, right? When you get a gift, say like it's Christmas, it's your birthday. Think about when you were a child, what you celebrate. Have you ever had a gift and you're opening and like your sibling, maybe you haven't had that, but like imagine your sibling or somebody telling you, before you're opening your gift, you're all excited. Like, I have a surprise for you. You're going to get your gift. And before you're opening it, someone tells you what it is. I don't know about you, but for me, sometimes that can ruin the surprise. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I say that to say, when it comes to spirituality, like, some of y'all ruin the surprise for yourself, because you'll let one person tell you that something is your spiritual gift. And yes, that could be true. Like, I'm a spiritual advisor. I can pull cards. I can view on people and tell them what their gifts are. But I do feel it's more rewarding. And I feel like it's more personal to you. And it's something that you should unfold yourself. Like, I feel like this comes from back to that religious mindset. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you will see if you ever, like, I know some people, like, I didn't grow up Christian, but I know, like, I have friends who grew up Christian, and they talk about, like, the pastor saying, like, oh, laying hands on them, you have to gift to this, like, telling them that. It's like needing someone to guide you and tell you who you are. And that's kind of contradictory to spirituality when you think about it. The whole point of it is to discover oneself, is to discover all the natural gifts that one has. Don't get me wrong. Yes, you can go to someone and they can do a reading on you and find it, but I just personally feel like that no one will be able to tell you all of your gifts inside of you guys, because we have multiple gifts, we have multiple spiritual gifts, we have multiple things that we're good at. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like, this is just my opinion, it's on you to find that, it's on you to discover that. So, you know, that's my little TED talk on that spiritual gifts thing. I feel like no one can tell you better than yourself, your spiritual gifts, child. That's just my opinion. All right. So before we go into the last one, number 7, make sure you guys hit this thumbs up if you guys want me to come back. Maybe I can do an Unpopular Opinions Love Edition. I've been thinking about doing one from a psychic's perspective, like, you know, doing an unpopular opinion. So let me know what you guys think. If you want me to do that, if we get to, let's get this video to 20 likes. Let's get it to 20 likes and I'll come on and do a part 2. So last but not least, tarot cards are not for everyone. Tarot cards are not for everyone, guys. That's just the straight truth. I see some people, some of you guys who are very spiritual, you've been asking me, you say you got your tarot cards, but you just don't connect. That's not for you. Some of you guys tell me that, and I definitely understand that. Divination as a whole, for those of you who don't know what divination is, I'll leave a definition of right here. But divination as a whole is sort of like spirituality. Like, you kind of, sometimes you have to kind of date it. You know what I'm saying? Tarot cards are a good tool that a lot of people use when they first come in, but there's so many ways you can use divination to look into the future, to better yourself, to help your clients. Like pendulums is one of them. That was actually my first divination tool, my homemade pendulum. So if you guys want to do a story time about that, I will. But pendulums, you have scrying, you have water scrying, fire scrying. You know, some people work with the shells. I can't think of the exact name of them, but yeah, some people work with crystals, sound healing as a divination. Believe it or not, you can find divination and a lot of things, believe it or not, almost anything if you really want. Tea leaf readings, you know, so just try what's for you. Tarot readings is a common one because it's easy and it's one of the oldest divinations around. Do you get what I'm saying? Tarot cards have been around for centuries. Do you get what I'm saying? But so has other divinations. There's different divinations you can do. Just find the one that's right for you. If you guys want me to do a video all on divination, I can definitely do that for you all. Let me know. That'll be a fun video to do. So let me know in the comments below if you guys want me to do one. So guys, that is my video here. Let me know what you guys think about this. What do you think about my unpopular opinions? Which one do you agree with? Do you agree with any of them? Which one do you disagree with? Which one do you want to fight me about? Fight me in the comments. Come on, fight me. It's like, no, guys, I'm just playing. I'm not about that life. Let's just keep it very positive over here. So until then, oh my gods and goddesses, a big shout out to my Patreon. Shout out to you guys. You guys are seeing this video first. So shout out to you all. We will be having a live stream coming soon. Guys, if you want to join my Patreon, join it. All that information is in the description box. A big shout out to everyone that's supporting me. Until then, oh my gods and goddesses, don't forget to always rock your crowd. See you in the next video. Peace.